streaming with us. We really appreciate it. Well, it worked out just about right last night. Yesterday I was talking about how if you trick or treated, you should be fine. The early, especially the young kids out there in the early evening, no problem trick or treating. But if you stayed long enough and you were out too late, then there would be some tricky weather, and sure enough, thunderstorms rolled in at about 10 o'clock last night. And some of us picked up some rain. North part of Bexar County, about a half an inch or so. Eastern, southwestern part of the county picking up some rain. Kind of in the middle, not as much. But either way, we did pick up some rain, and we'll take whatever we can get. So again, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you had a great Halloween. Mine was excellent. I had a fun time, and it was just great. So, all right, let's take a look outside. We've got mostly cloudy skies. Temperature right now is 65. I think the rest of the day is going to be kind of like this, with a lot of cloud cover, a little sunshine. Low this morning, we were way above average. 55 is a normal low. Low this morning was 63. Record low, though. Look at how cold it was back in 1993 on this date. 31 degrees, and the record high, again, another record high set a long time ago, back in 1894, 88 was the record high. That's the warmest it's ever been on this date. Okay, so for the rest of the day, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures topping out at around 74. Let's take a look outside. We've got some showers down to the south. Down to the south and east, completely different day than what we're seeing here. You know what, though? We'd like to see some rain, and it just keeps raining to the south and east of us from, let's say, Floresville, Pleasanton, south and east. And it looks like to me that the rest of the day we probably won't see any more rainfall. This upper level system is kicking through, but we still have the flow coming out of the south and west there. And so for at least the next several hours, I think rain's going to continue down to the south and east, and probably not for us here in Bexar County, even though we really need the rain. All right, temperatures outside now. We started off at 63. Current temperature is 65. We haven't warmed up much at all. I think the high today will likely be in the mid-70s, let's say 74. Where there's been a little more sun, you can kind of see Hondo's at 70. Carrizo Springs, still pretty cloudy, I think, but enough sun where the temperature there is 70 degrees as well. Beeville's coming in at 64, and Victoria also in the mid-60s, and again, rather wet down to the south down there. All right, so let's take a look. I know we get a lot of new viewers from all over the country. Current temperatures here, believe it or not, almost the same temperature as what they're seeing in St. Louis and Chicago right now. Chicago's at 60, St. Louis 65. Look at Raleigh, North Carolina, 71. Of course, in Florida, it's plenty warm, and in the Rocky Mountains, it's chilly, not too bad. In Denver's coming in at 55. Okay, we've got this disturbance, and you can tell by the upside, or the U there, the U-shaped feature, that is a disturbance. And with that red, really what that red is positive vorticity advection. Not to get real fancy, just kind of shows where there's some lift, and where you've got a U-shaped feature like that because of the Coriolis force. We won't get into it, but anyway, lift is there, and that's why we're seeing some of the rain down to the south. So the system kicks out, but I think the next couple of days we're going to continue to have some drizzle in the morning. The afternoon's not too bad. But what I'm really looking at is this upper level system that's coming in Friday night, and this could really interfere with football Friday night. There's going to be, we're going to have, with a big trough like that in the mid and upper levels, at the surface, it imparts a southerly wind. And so this time of the year, the water in the Gulf of Mexico is still plenty warm, so that humidity is going to increase. Notice the arrows there, that's the mid-level flow out of the south and west. Well, guess what the surface ones are going to be doing? They're going to be out of the south and east, and you can already see that that's kind of a directional shear. We're also going to have some wind energy coming around the base of that trough, so we'll have some speed shear in place as well. Just about everything for severe weather. The only limiting factor is maybe coming in the evening, but really I don't see any kind of a lot of limiting factors. I think we could be looking at a pretty rough evening Friday night. And I'm talking about possibility of some large hail up to about an inch, inch and a half, winds gusting up to 60 to 70 miles an hour, and even a few tornadoes definitely possible. So that's going to be one day that we'll really have to watch. As we head into the weekend, look at that. It looks like a little lingering piece of that trough that kind of lingers back behind into Saturday. So Saturday morning could start off cloudy, but I think we'll see some sun Saturday afternoon. Sunday should be good, and then early next week it looks pretty decent. I'll show you the 7-day here in just a minute. Okay, so we've got a tropical storm, Lisa, out there in the Caribbean, but Lisa's not going to come anywhere near us. By tomorrow night, should make landfall there in Belize, and will stay way far south, never come close to us here in South Texas. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting. A high temperature today at about 74 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies. You'll see a little bit of some sun from time to time, but mostly cloudy. And then in the morning, morning low, kind of close to what we had this morning, 61. A lot of clouds, and I cannot rule out a little bit of some sprinkle or shower activity. 10-20% coverage, but I just can't rule that out. And then as we head into the afternoon, about 78 for a high temperature for your Wednesday. And I think Thursday is going to be fairly similar. Okay, so let's talk about Friday again and what's going on. So we've got this frontal boundary that's going to be coming in, and notice right there, my front is off a little bit because I drew this like for this morning. The maps change, but the front doesn't. But anyway, frontal boundary comes in, and notice the red shade there, the reds and the purples. What we're looking at here, this is a product. I think this is the European model. Anyway, where you see the reds and the yellows, that's just where different ingredients for severe weather, when they come together and they get up to a certain numerical value, well, it gives it a red or a purple color. So yeah, I think just as that front's coming in, we're going to have a good chance of seeing some severe storms. And I think as the night progresses, they'll likely weaken over towards Houston. East Texas, you can see that maxima there, and East Texas is again. So anyway, I think there's a possibility of seeing some severe weather on Friday evening. So let's go to the 7-day. For today, high temperatures in the mid 70s, 74. Tomorrow, low 61, high 78. Maybe a 20% chance of a shower. Thursday, 20%. Friday, 20%. Mainly just sprinkles or a little drizzle in the morning, I think, Thursday and Friday morning. It gets real humid Friday in advance of that storm system. Comes in Friday night again. We're going to have to watch this closely. Could have a line. I think it's going to be more linear, like a line of strong to severe thunderstorms pushing through. And then in the wake of that, clouds in the morning Saturday, but some sunshine in the afternoon. And then Sunday, you got to fall back 1 hour. Yeah, we're setting those clocks back 1 hour. Sunday, high temperature 81. And then Monday, kind of a partly cloudy, mostly cloudy sky, I think. So got temperatures warming up Thursday and Friday. And looks at this part, the weekend looks pretty good. So, all right. Well, thanks for streaming with us. Be on at noon today, and watch us at 4, 5, 6, and 10. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early. So definitely watch us and enjoy the day today. And hopefully you didn't have too much candy yesterday. All right. We'll see you later, and we'll see you at noon.